not put any pictures of Ben Grimm, I swear.
I fucking changed the scene to the live scene right as you said that. So now anyone watching the stream just gets you saying, "Better not be fucking Ben Grimm," with no context.
Amazing. How is everybody doing?
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Galavants through Rashiva. Ah. I believe our first session on Twitch in a very long time. So, hello, Twitch people. Welcome in, and I hope
Don't
you
worry,
enjoy.
there's no Twitch thoughts here. You can be safe.
What?
Fine.
Right. I'm right here,
What a
though.
way to start things.
So, I don't know why I said so like I had something to say. I did not.
I mean, you
Nice.
did say. You said something to say.
Now you can say the thing that you say you said.
What he said.
So here's the thing.
Say what?
Alright. Koga. Recap, boy.
Me?
Go.
Recap what? What am I gonna recap? A movie? A series? A tabletop RPG campaign that's been ongoing bi-weekly for most part over the course of the last year or so?
Bi-weekly and heavy
Recap
quotes.
your entire life, starting from your birth.
I was born on September.
At age 6, I was born without a face.
Last time on Rashiva, if you don't remember, I do. So basically, what happened? It was kind of crazy, actually. Sorry. So we have basically we are on what is likely to be our final day in the Gnome's capital. We have been there for a few days. We have been here a few days. We have gotten knowledge that we've all came here for, and two things have happened. Most importantly, one, Lisa has asked Mara to assist her on a divine mission to kill Gideon's creator, and currently. And after that, Zerzan has talked to one of the council members, one of the leaders of the Gnome City, and has gotten their permission to enter the vault. This vault, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the exact same labs we have been finding over Rashiva, has been more or less the source of their most impressive inventions. Stuff they have reverse engineered, stuff they have more or less gotten inspired by. This vault that they have kept hidden, have prevented people from entering for oh so long, if I'm not mistaken, is what has led them to be so much more advanced than any other race. And Zerzan giving a speech that no matter what, Eveseen has to fight for it. She wants to know what is in that vault. She hates not knowing. That is the one thing she cannot stand. And eventually they relented, and the party, having answered the question of what do they cherish the most, and being found worthy by the sounds of it, were all permitted entry. And now, with Zerzan messing around with some sort of computer, some sort of terminal, some sort of information relay, the party has found their way into the vault and the secrets it contains within. And that is where we left off.
All right. With that recap completed,
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
indeed. Thank you, of course, Koga. Your efforts are indeed well appreciated. Now, Tzers, are you willing and able to take us away for the beginning here?
I can, I can certainly try. Oh, um, okay. 1 second. I'm losing track of where things are at on my desktop because I have a. There it is. Um, so, um, at the end of last session, I started talking to someone, but it didn't really go much of anywhere beyond a initial introduction, correct? I thought that's kind of where that conversation ended because it was like the end of the session.
Indeed. Though I do believe you were at least given a mission to help find something. Possibly you may remember specifically what I gave you. If not, I can make something up again. Because I remember at least the gist enough of what happened. And I believe you were also given basically the keys to information which otherwise would be impossible to find by way of who you spoke to. I believe as well the last thing that happened is you were returned to your own cognizance and presence of mind with the rest of the party around, still in this, what appears to be almost like a survival lab as you look around in it.
I don't even remember this part. Goodness.
Okay,
I just
so
remember us walking in.
It was something specifically privy just to Zers.
yeah, I was yoinked into the other, away from you plebeians. Uh,
Oh.
so I'm just trying to get my brain into the right space because Rashiva is cursed and we're hardly able to fucking get together to do this anymore, apparently. um, I started talking to this guy. I was instructed to go find something, and then once that thing is found, I can return to speak to him some more, correct?
Yeah, basically. A
That
good
was the gist of it.
surmisation.
Okay. I'm it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. I do not recall what that thing was, however. I thought I wrote it down because I usually like keep notes for this, but apparently I neglected to write that one down, which is not the most intelligent thing I've ever done with my life.
Uh, if possible, I believe someone could actually, like either you or maybe Cog could go back and check the VOD.
Huh?
Oh, hello. I was suggesting that some help could be offered in checking the VOD of the end of last session, just in case we wanted to be absolutely sure of what the given task was. Uh,
Fucking. But
until then, I believe the nearest I can give you to a more proper answer is that you were effectively told to
No idea.
find other of the Aurorum facilities. I don't remember anything specifically distinct after that, but
Was told to what other Auroran facilities? Find?
yes.
Okay. Sorry, my brain lost focus for exactly the span of time it took you to say that one word.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Hi, Koga.
Hi?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes?
Hello.
Oh,
Oh
this
dear.
Discord must be doing dumb stuff. Was I given a number of locations to find? Or was it just go find places?
I believe you were given at least an impression of where you should look for a first one, if I recall rightly. And I believe it was toward the continent on which the Orcish tribes live. If that's not what I said, then that's what I'm going with now.
That's completely fair, because I don't remember to tell you otherwise, so... We are very professional.
Oh, absolutely. Only the most well put together of D&D sessions here.
This is going to sound like a completely off-the-wall question. Is the guy, the elder guy who we came down to this door with, is he still around? Or has he since
Outside
gone
the
wherever
vault,
else?
yes.
Okay. I am going to go to him, where I have a question.
Okay. So yeah, you turn, leave the vault, step through the hallway, the door opens automatically for you as you go to exit. And there he still stands. And he looks expectant as he sees you exit. A light in his eyes, silently asking what you saw, though seeming hesitant to actually voice the question, as it seems he's leaving it to you whether you tell him or not.
As she comes around the corner to catch a look at him, she kind of gives an awkward little wave with her hand. She's like, "Hey, so I have a question that I know probably isn't going to go over well, but this is me we're talking about, so we should be used to those kinds of questions for me at this point. Is there any way at all whatsoever that we can set up perhaps a teleportation circle directly to here that me and my friends can come and go to? I will say we would have the respect to keep it confined to this place. If we start coming and going around back and forth to here, We're not going to just be going around causing a commotion with a bunch of random outsiders in the rest of the city. We will stay here. And anyone who doesn't will be left to the full force of, whatever punishment is due for that. But this place is going to be incredibly useful to us. And I could see us needing to come back here very often. There's, at least in some way, shape, or form, whether it is actually real or just some sort of spiritual or technological remnant, one of them is here. And I don't know if there's any way I can get back into contact with them unless I am in here. And we were just given a task to go find a bunch of places. So there's going to need to be some travel happening back and forth.
He appears thoughtful, and he makes a waving motion to an aide, one of the guards standing nearby. Exchanging something. He doesn't speak, but he exchanges some sort of information. They hand him a tablet. He reads through it, shakes his head, clears his throat. We couldn't provide teleportation here. Too much interference. But I can provide transportation always to this part from the closest available teleporter.
That works just as well. Thank you very much. Again, I will do my best, and I can trust my colleagues here to do their best to not make a ruckus with everyone else. If we're coming back and forth, this place is our goal. If we want to go anywhere else and do other things, I will ask for proper permissions and that stuff. But I'm not trying to raise hell
Hello?
around here.
Hello?
Hello, Koga?
Oh, hi, finally! Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry, I was messing around.
Hi.
Hello?
Glad to have you back.
Wait,
What I
Welcome
missed?
back.
What I
Who
missed?
exists? Zerzan is asking Elderman if we can have consistent and reliable transportation of some sort back to this place repeatedly without having to constantly need to ask for council permission.
Watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's armor farming in the distance. Don't worry about her.
He's just standing there menacingly.
Shaft up.
Okay. He looks to you after you have asked him this question. Kind of tilts ahead, like wondering if you got anything else.
He'll take a couple steps closer to him. Because I was imagining there's at least some sort of gap between the two, and she'll just kind of step closer. And she will say, I know I mentioned it briefly earlier. And I know if there's any member of the council I can trust to keep this sort of information only to those who should also know it. Again, I don't know if it's really one of them in there, or if it is just a glorified, you know, piece of technology, or maybe some insane magic that we don't fully comprehend. Um, but I'm pretty sure an Aurorum is in there.
He nods rather thoughtfully, taking in the information and letting it absorb.
He told me his name. Said his name is Zelveth, and he has. This is something I haven't ran by the rest of my friends here quite yet. But he has told us to go find other places like this. Um, and he kind of gave us a starting point of where to start looking. Um, to exactly what end, I am not entirely sure. Um, I only got a few precious seconds to talk to him before he basically said I have to go do this thing before I can talk to him to any further extent. So that is what we are going to try to go do. But I figured if anyone should know that information, because I know that is huge information to know, it would be you. So I feel, you know, I should show you and your wisdom and your authority the proper respect of telling you what is actually in there.
There's a good few seconds of pause before he lets out a heavy breath and makes a slow nod, showing his appreciation for that gesture. And holds a hand out.
Uh, for a handshake?
Yeah,
Okay, she will shake his hand.
and yep, returns the shake good and firm, and then clasps his hands behind his back.
Um, she says, I'm going to get back, rendezvous with my team, give them the rundown on what's going on. And I it is my promise to you that the whatever we learn, whatever major knowledge that we learn, I will pass on to you. Um, I will say that, you know, I am going to exercise discernment and restraint. But while I give you this information, whatever information I learn in this process, as far as I am concerned, is mine to distribute as I please. That being said, I don't plan on letting it go anywhere outside of this immediate group anyway, at least not until we have a better grasp on the bigger picture. But I will at least let you guys know for your own bookkeeping and data purposes what we learn. Um, but yeah, I'm going to get back to the rest of them, give them the rundown on what's going on. If you need anything, uh, she points to the little device she has. She's like, you can get a hold of me at any time.
And yeah, he will nod appreciatively to that and hold up a hand to basically wave you over back to the rest of your group.
So she's going to re-enter the vault where everyone else is. And she is just going to sort of just shout, because I'm assuming everyone else is in this vault. She's just gonna like kind of shout, just be like, "Hey, everyone, come over here. I got some stuff I gotta say."
Yep. Everybody in the vault, you all hear Zurzen's voice echoing quite loudly.
Amara walks over.
Same.
Has died.
And Lisa dies. Instantly, just
Lisa
collapses on the
continues to
floor.
stand.
Menacingly! Isn't it?
Goga's internet problems never cease.
The horrors persist, and sadly, Koga only persists so long as the horrors do not interrupt internet connections. Well,
I was waiting for it.
Yep.
Oh, hi. You rejoined that fast, huh?
Maybe.
My
Hi.
district, I going to
Hi.
kill Sarah.
Why?
Funny.
It amuses me.
Me when I have to kill my friend because I'm bored.
Why would you do this? I just needed something to do. What was the last thing you heard before your internet decided to not?
The party hearing the voice of a certain gob telling them to come over.
Yay. Okay.
Gob, derogatory.
Gorblin.
The
I'm
Goobin.
assuming Lisa converges on their location.
Lisa appears behind Zerzan. Nothing personnel.
She just materializes out of thin air. So with everyone present, she is going to kind of just clap her hands together. And she's going to say, so, there's a lot to go over. I'm going to have to run this back a bit because there's a lot of stuff I wrote down in my notebook, and I don't quite remember how much of this I told you guys. So you're going to be getting a huge dump of information that's going to all connect back to this pretty fast. I do not mean to bring up I do not mean to bring up certain events, and I apologize for that. But when I went back to that crater to do some investigating, I learned something interesting. They took one of those batteries, and by taking it sort of to the epicenter of this crater, I got a vision. And in this vision, I was put aboard the ship that caused the destruction. I was not there physically, but mentally, I suppose. I don't know how all of that works, but I the ship looked like it was aurorum materials, and I was standing in some sort of control room. There were a bunch of skeletons in this control room um, that had a tail. These skeletons had 4 arms and a skull with a decorative crest shape on it. I got a look at some of the consoles on this ship, and there were energy readouts that showed an impossible level of energy unheard of by the most powerful of magic that at least I'm aware of. Um, the energy was linked, as far as I was able to interpret, to the fairies realm. Although how and where I was not able to make out from the stuff that I saw. After I was given this vision, the battery's energy was depleted and I was kind of kicked out of that vision. Um, the the energy at the center um, seemed to have been some sort of remnant of the souls that were lost, um, taking the power of that cube, and they used it to transport me, my brain, or my soul, or whatever, to the control room in the moment of activation. That's how that happened. Um, and it seemed to be this final last wish from these passing souls that I could learn and help stop what happened. And through all of this, these spirits, these souls, gave me a name. The name of Zelbeth. And since stepping into this sanctuary here, I have spoken to Zelbeth. When we first came in here, I went up and I touched this pillar. And again, it seemed to largely be in my head. Um, but I saw Zelbeth and I spoke to him, even if for a few brief moments. And there is more that we can learn for sure. However, he has given us a task. There are other locations similar to the one that we are standing in that we are supposed to go find. There is stuff we are supposed to retrieve, but that's written in my notes. I'll look through it later and get it back to you. But it seems right now, at the state he is currently in, he is sort of in a low power mode, I guess, and the stuff we are tasked to go and find is supposed to give him the power required to more properly manifest himself. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I was speaking to a ghost. I don't know if this is some advanced tech or magic that, maybe this is an avatar of him, but it's not him. He died, and this is just some technological, magical thing he left behind to represent him. Maybe it is actually him and he's just been in like hibernation for who knows how long. I don't know. But one way or another, something that is his brain, his will, is manifest here, and in order for it to come to its full power, we need to help him out. That was a lot. Sorry for info dumping all of that on you, and hopefully I didn't break anyone's brains too bad. But that is a situation we're in, and we were given a. At least I was given a location we can start looking in, and it seems to be where the orcs are. As far as anything more specific than that, that continent, I don't know. Um, and also, that being said, because this specific vault that we are standing in right now seems like we are going to have to come back here perhaps many multiple times. Who knows? Um, I have confirmed with the elder out there that we can have travel in and out of the city freely without constantly needing the council's permission to, as long as we come here. Um, it might, I know that might sound silly, but I am, I've caused enough trouble for this place that I would consider my home, and for these people that I would consider my family. And I don't want to cause them any more trouble as it is. And having a whole bunch of outsiders that they don't know constantly running around all over the city is probably going to cause problems for people. So, as long as we are coming here, we're allowed to come and go. But if we're wanting to, like, go through the city and stuff, then we're gonna need council permission. But I trust you all to honor that. So at least we can come here consistently without always needing to ask for it. But just, I know I don't have to ask, but I'm going to ask anyway. Just, please remember to be respectful and everything. I do enough to give these people headaches enough as it is. So, that's it for me for now. Feel free to ask any questions, although unfortunately I've been given limited information myself, so my ability to answer said questions might be a little bit limited.
Let me, um,
Yes?
excuse me, Miss Zerzan. Uh, let me get this right. I'm not exactly the type to be that intelligent, but I know strategy. I know what is smart, even if me myself am not. So, you were in contact with this thing, this person whose race was able to create weapons beyond our imagination. These blaster thing that could punch holes in vehicles like they were nothing. These space thing able to wipe out a village an entire blow, to live beyond death, to create bunkers that not even the deities can pierce. And you want to bring one back. Am I getting this right?
In short,
And that sounds like a smart idea.
yes.
Peaceful races do not create weapons capable of wiping out cities in a single shot.
All right,
Peaceful
Lisa.
races do not have to hide their gaze from the gods.
Lisa. Allow me to offer some sort of explanation, if I may. If these people are so insanely advanced that they're able to create technology to this degree. I believe it would stand to reason that perhaps the Aurorum are not the only thing out there with this level of power and technology. Maybe they were the only one that came to this place, but maybe out there there are other things that are just as much of a threat. Now, even a peaceful, pacifist society still needs to have some method of defending themselves. And if we are talking about technology or magic or both that is on such an incomprehensible scale, I believe it would stand to reason that something that might seem like a weapon of pure unimaginable destruction, like we have seen, is sufficient firepower for whatever else may be trying to harm them. If the enemy is using very large guns, even if you are not planning to attack them, you might need very large guns to defend yourself. Maybe these things were repurposed. Maybe it was not intended to be used in the way that it has been used. And I think that is the case. I think whoever this I don't even know what he is, this demon guy, who seems to be our primary antagonist here. The ship that I saw, the only Aurorum I saw on that ship were skeletons. I don't think it was Aurorum that destroyed the city. There was technology on it pulling energy from some other dimension. Maybe that's the way the technology was planned to function in the first place. I don't know, but I believe that this was a tool that has been hijacked by a nefarious force for a nefarious purpose. I have no reason to believe personally, both from my albeit brief time speaking to Zelbeth, I have no reason to believe that Zelbeth would seek to harm us. I only believe that he would help us try to understand this problem and put a stop to the threat. I think that Zelbeth is our best shot at truly understanding the forces that we are dealing with so we can put a stop to it.
Lisa is going to raise up a hand and simply go, that is a lot of if. You are betting the safety of not just us, but possibly every person on this planet of if they weren't the other only race that needed such big weapons, if they were not made for conquering, if these weren't repurposed tools, if this he isn't planning to betray us, if indeed he is our only chance of stopping this. However, I am willing to go to the locations he is pointing out and retrieve these objects. Just see what these locations are. And if I see anything that gives me even an inkling that these are people with stuff to hide, people with bad intentions, people whose weapons were pointed towards innocents, I am not letting you put anyone at risk. Is that clear?
And I am not letting you stop me from saving lives, Lisa. Is that clear? Because as far as I see it, the only other alternative we have is to stumble around blindly in the dark with forces beyond our comprehension until those forces decide to obliterate another city. Zelbeth is the only chance we have at understanding this thing and putting a stop to it. By the time we figure this out on our own without this assistance, he could wipe out countless more cities or villages.
He already has.
Why are you?
Lisa, before you joined us, we saw, at least one of us saw, what happened to these. They were. I'm cutting out a lot. They were peaceful. And that man, the one we've been fighting against this entire time, whether he had help or not, managed to hijack their technology and use it to wipe them out. He reset
Why did they?
all of civilization on this world. And now he uses it for his own purposes as his playthings. To keep the world in constant fear. Now, I'm not a fan of this world-breaking technology myself, and I think it should need to stay buried, but the problem is we're backed into a corner. Zerzan is correct.
Lisa is going to close her eyes, sort of. You can tell she is frustrated. Her face is sort of not like into a grimace, but she is thinking, and she is like dripping, sort of the hilt of her sword, not to draw it or even risk drawing it, but sort of like she needs something to hold on to. And before she finally looks over to Mara, is this true? You've been with this party the longest. Are these peaceful people?
I don't know, but
Don't know.
what I do know is that the people is that their technology has been co-opted. And because of that, my grandfather and everyone else I knew is dead. And if there's even a sliver of a chance that helping these people will stop that from happening again, I'm taking it.
Fine. Fine. But if this goes wrong, if he turns out to be lying, a deceiver, anything like that, I am holding you all accountable, and I'm fighting tooth and nail to strike him down.
Lisa, I don't know how to put this in a nice way. But if I may offer perhaps another perspective, as grim as it is, if Zelbeth is, just hypothetically, just as murderous, what does that change? We would still have a murderous tyrant with untold technology to just kill people. Honestly, that's just the same situation we're in now.
Except then there would be two of them, waging war against one another.
And regardless, everyone would be whether everyone is caught in the crossfire on accident or everyone has the gun pointed at them on purpose. The outcome would be the same. If we do nothing, then Calvin has his way and he can kill and destroy and do whatever he wants and we won't be able to stop it. If
Speak his
Zil-
name!
Where the fucking...
If Zelbeth is also the same way, then that would just expedite the process. This is a grim situation we're in, and we just have to face that fact. We have to make some sort of decisive action. Either we are for sure all screwed, or there is a chance that we are not. And I would rather bank on that chance than be too afraid to try it. And look, I understand. I understand your holdup. I understand your point of view, and I am letting you know that I think your thoughts on this matter, your perspective on things, is just as valid as everyone else's. Okay? This is what we have to deal with, unfortunately, is a lot of ifs. It's a lot of unknowns. It's a lot of risks. And that is scary. I'll admit, Lisa, I don't know if this is the best idea, but I also don't think there's a better one. And yeah, I'm scared. I'll be the first to admit it. After seeing the kind of power that that thing has, I'm fucking terrified, Lisa. But I'm more scared about what'll happen if we don't do this to stop it.
Just... What sort of people have to create bunkers that DT can't see through? What stuff are they needed to hide? What stuff did they...
Not all deities are good. You should know this better than any of us, besides maybe me.
And who would need to build bunkers like this? Probably people hiding from world-ending weapons. What is this place if not a castle wall against a cannon?
Okay, I'll hold my tongue on any further objections. It's not like I have much of a choice. Either way, I would be joining you in this journey regardless. Right, we don't really have much of a choice. But please promise you'll at least keep an eye out or try to think of something.
I will do my due diligence as I will do my due diligence as a scientist to take in whatever new data we discover and factor it into the current situation at hand. That is something else I'm also going to stress. There's a lot of things we don't know, and there's a lot of things that we will know. And what we decide to do with that, what our plan is, can change with the stuff that we know. If I find sufficient evidence to not trust this path, then we can try to find something else. But right now, this is the best shot that we have, so I think this is what we need to do until we discover something that might be better.
And so, the nod then. Alright. You are one of the smartest people I know. If you say this is a good idea, if you say this is our last idea, this is our only opportunity, I have to take your word on this. Fine. Where's the next location? Orklands?
That's what I was told.
Isn't that where... Is he going to briefly look at Mara?
What?
Oh, Isn't the Elven Kingdom sent a diplomat over there, last I heard?
DM confirm Mara would remember, but I do not.
Yes, but that was a while ago. So whatever.
You need to. I know, because I've been waiting for the suit to drop. Do you want me to do this?
I mean, if you remember Koga, I guess go ahead.
Okay. So long time ago, long time ago, like one of the very first sessions, it was mentioned, and it was mentioned fairly more recently, that Val had a sister, and the reason she wasn't around or depicts her was she was on a diplomatic mission to the Orklands.
Oh.
Didn't she get back?
I don't think Val's sister ever came back. If she has, I do not remember that. And as you can tell, I was sort of waiting on this shoe to drop.
Koga over there is actually just a real elephant.
I think I know we met the fucking
Thingling?
yeah, the changeling that she was supposed to be engaged to, but we never met her herself.
Yeah, because again, she was supposed to be off in the Orklands working on a treaty of sorts. I also recall that specifically that it was on the outbreak of a war, and that like there was a diplomatic mission. Like they were like messy political stuff.
Actually, on this topic, I also want to say that there was like a representative of the Orklands at the party way
there was.
way
Don't
back
worry.
when. Way back when
Indeed.
yeah.
Which Mara very nearly creamed herself over.
Indeed.
Weren't all no? It was the council that got super uber murdered, not the representatives and diplomats of the other kingdoms. That's the council,
Correct.
the Elven ones.
Wasn't also one of the orbs of the sea goddess apparently in the Orklands or something?
Hey, say that one again.
Wasn't one of the sea goddesses orbs in the Orklands as well?
I believe so. Yes.
Gotten a lead on that. A bare bones lead, but a lead. No, a general continent.
But yeah, in short, there were some talks between the Elf and Orc kingdoms, but we haven't like followed up on that in a while, so we don't know what the situation on that is currently.
Yep.
All right, Mara, get to lock in. Val's sister. If you do the other guy, you gotta lock in.
Okay.
Kidding, obviously.
So yeah, Mara will just she pauses for a moment. I'll try to see what I can do about that, but I can't make any promises.
So none? Yeah, it felt proper warning. I can't imagine they'll take too well with the queen of their rival kingdom simply waltzing in.
Right. I'll try to send them a notice.
Uh, Lunners,
Yurg.
Mr. DM man.
Yorg.
Anything else Lisa would know about the Orc Kingdoms off the top of her head, or anything she might have to roll?
Off the top of her
You'd
egg.
be pretty readily aware, just because you'd probably have studied some of their fighting tactics. You're aware that of great and quite intense, almost religious significance to each individual tribe of orcs is whatever their staple meals and foods are. They will they will go to quite a few lengths, even more, to determine which is superior, which is better, whether they can
Something
trade
off.
the secrets of their recipes to one another. That is of intense importance to them. Specifically because, and this is notable to you, Mara, because you'd be aware of this practice, anytime they do send any diplomatic representatives to other nations, they'll usually bring with them some means of dulling or nullifying their senses of smell, because it's intensely powerful. Like, they got dogs beat in the ability to scent things region.
Mm.
Now, this also does mean that they've developed equally distinctive means of fighting and combat. They'll use anything from means of masking your ability to scent them out with dogs or other tracking animals. They'll use false horse charges to misdirect. They are very much known for their creativity, and as well as not really having any capital outside of one particular tribe who centers their entire identity around their vast orange orchards. It's their entire staple, and it's basically the place that most royalty goes to get any of good quality. It's basically the reason that orcs are on the map, is from this one and singular actual city that they hold.
All right, forget the sister, forget the lab, forget the fucking orb. We need to go on a orange stalking spree. We need some OJ. You don't understand. Hope needs vitamin D. We have to go there now.
You you mentioning their fanatic love of all things food, and I'm just imagining like war breaks out between two clans, 40,000 orcs dead because one clan leaked the 11 herbs and spices to the other clan.
They gave it 4 out of 5 Yelp stars. War breaks out.
Actually, yes.
Peak fiction.
True words, indeed.
That was that secret family recipe.
Absolute cinema.
Okay.
At this moment of reprieve in the conversation, Hope does kind of, he was just sort of squatting there on the ground. He just kind of pokes his head up into view and is like, "So, where are we going?" I've only kind of been following.
Same. He just like, I'm fitting.
He's just like me for real.
Well, once the proper channels have been gone through, we're visiting the orcs.
Meantime, I think we're going home for a bit.
Unless, of course.
Oh, God, sorry.
Unless, of course, anyone here has any more business.
So, was the terminal the only thing in that vault?
Correct me if I'm wrong, DM, but I thought that was the only like thing of consequence. Like there may have been other things in there, but that was the only like the big one, like the big thing.
So here's the big thing.
Yeah, basically it is the big thing that is in there. Yeah, it is the landmark, if you will. There are, of course, the many thousands of hours worth of reading that I'm sure Zerzan could do in half the time it would normally take, but that would rather derail some of the pacing of the campaign unless you want to just chuck Zerz in there to read a la the LARP and just play a different character for a while.
in the in the knowledge dungeon with you.
She comes back later, and her intelligence score is at 20 now.
Somehow exceeded the score limits and is at 30.
In the vault, straight reading it. And by it, I mean...
Shut up!
Ah, lovely.
Zerzan is going to look over to Mara and ask, how long are these proper channels going to take?
Forgive me, but I'm rather new to this sort of business, but I have to imagine...
Oh God, she's running her kingdom like a business. Oh, sorry.
But I would have to imagine at least a week or two.
Would Gavin know? Given
You
his
would know.
experience.
You would be aware that a week or two is as much a feasible answer as a month. It is bureaucracy. A time estimate is only a time estimate up until the point you ask.
Yeah, paperwork!
Woo!
Oh God, Mara having to do fucking bureaucratic paperwork. Sina says, "Fuck it, raise taxes again."
So,
Another 10 billion gold pieces to the hells.
yes, a week or two. Give or take maybe a month, depending on the bureaucrats. Don't worry, Mara, I'll take care of the paperwork. It's my job anyway.
Zerzan will, like, slowly turn towards Mara, like, fingertips poked together. Can I ask you a favor?
Oh, no.
You got me this far, it's only fair.
Could I maybe, borrow some workers? Because I think a month is enough time for me to build some things, but they're big and I'm gonna need help.
Very well.
Well, you need magic components for it. I know a person. Or two.
Potentially.
I could
I will
probably
get back
also
to you on that.
I could also probably set you up with a with a with a budget of some sort if you're in need of money.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I
I'm
won't
just
say
imagining.
no to more money to build things.
Well, we'll have to discuss that once we get back home. But whatever you need, Zerzan, I'll do my best to accommodate.
I don't think you have ever seen a smile quite that wide. The borderline psychotic grin.
Whatever budgetary discussions need to be had, um, probably best be had with me, though. We'll get you the money. Hell, I'll pay for it if I need to.
That's a lot of doubloons potentially.
I'm the treasurer, and I was gone for 150 years. One would say that I am mad liquid.
Listen, I'm just not used to having an abundance of money, let's just say.
It certainly changes things. I'll show you how it changes things. It's fun. When one has money, suddenly there's no more doors, only open portals.
Portals? Where?
Over there!
Right here opens a rift now. Anyway, I think my business in this place is, for the most part, concluded.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have anything they need to do before we go?
Oh no, nothing that can't be handled on in the Elven Kingdom.
We'll set up a teleportation circle by the lost city so that I can go back and forth more easily. Other than that, the research on that might take a while. But we have a while.
I need to get my cart and Colossus and other things out of Nerman's workshop before we go anywhere. I probably shouldn't forget that.
No, those seem important.
Yeah, that's kind of my everything, so... Alright, well, we all seem to be of the same mind that it's about time to get out of here. And she will shuffle her way back out of the door towards where the elder and or Nerman was or is.
Oh, Zerzan, have you ever seen an apparatus of the crab?
She started walking towards the door, and at that, she just like freezes in place and just rotates on her heels, and she's just like, "What?"
Yes, of the crab. Oh, we'll walk and talk.
The Crabaratus?
The Crabratus, if you will. Mecha
No, I
crab.
won't.
No. Enlighten me.
Oh, it'll be very interesting. It's a type of submersible device, but it works on legs instead of other sorts of propulsion. Considering other sorts of propulsion haven't seemed to have worked out yet. But you have a limited amount of air. You can go down and walk on the bottom of the ocean. Also works as a very lovely tank.
So one of the guards, since you do have the vault door open, he has heard the name of that, and it's like the only thing he's actually clocked, and he just pipes up yelling, "Oh, I know that! That's one of them bits of recovered siren tech!"
I should have put that together myself a while ago. But thank you for that information.
Crabaratus.
I have one. It's still on the ship that we went to the Dwarven Kingdom on, but that ship should be making port sometime this next month anyway. Can show you around. Maybe it'll help you with some of your inventions. Reverse engineer it.
I will have to take a look at that. I have other big thing in mind though, so I'll put a pin in that and save that for later.
I just remembered that I have that, and it's on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
Sorry, Siren stole it. The Siren's taking that. You never think about it. You never
Sorry, ocean's haunted.
found it.
Alright. But yeah, I would at this point try to find Mr. Elder or whoever else to get our asses to the teleporter to get out of here and go back to city.
Yeah, you're able to go find the Elder, and he, of course, will board you onto a car and then to one of the teleport hubs, and then everybody gets to experience the delights of teleportation. And just for the funnies, everybody but Zerzan make a con save.
Built different.
Done it enough.
You guys have used this teleportation system a grand total of once.
Yes, but I've
except for
teleported.
Zerzan.
I've teleported in other ways.
Yes, other ways, but not this way.
Fine.
Check this shit out. Nat one. Dang.
Do it. Roll it.
That's
I dare
8.
you.
Okay, I got an 18 plus 8 for a total of 26.
Did you say
Okay.
con save or con check?
Con
Save.
save.
Okay.
So now one gets turned into paste on the other side.
He turns inside out.
19 total.
Skedaddle,
I also
Okay.
happen to roll an 18.
rolling out one. Skedaddle, skadoodle. Your dick is now a noodle.
Oh,
Anyway,
there's a bit of Mara there, a bit of Mara here, a bit of Mara there.
Oh, what was that you rolled?
I rolled an
Sorry.
11.
Okay.
Rolls a natural 1. Yeah, the teleport worked, but the creature is inside out. And it exploded.
Rolling out one. You came back wrong.
Silent Nat 1, she ends up in Silent Hill.
Rolled on
Alright,
that
alright,
one, you
have
come
it.
through perfectly
Rein it in,
fine.
rein it in, rein it in.
Thank you. So, Lisa, you arrive, and despite how jarring it was the first time, despite it being just the once, your soldier's instincts basically lock in, and you arrive on the other side. And although you sense that massive, like, static electricity buzz coursing through your whole body, you're able to kind of shake it off and steady yourself. For Gavin, when you pop through, it still hits you pretty hard, so you have to kind of like hold your hands out and but you're able to handle it pretty okay.
It's a hell of a thing.
Mara, as you come out the other end, it feels like your skin has and I'm describing this is how your brain is translating the sensation, not as an actual physical property. To be clear, it feels as if your skin has been replaced by lightning, and you slowly feel that sensation ebbing away after you arrive back in the sunlit fields next to the
Ooh.
cart.
Nerve pain. No. Ah. Ugh.
And for Hope, I haven't gotten my dice out for this.
Bit of hope there, bit of hope here, bit of hope.
You just hear a oh, and you just see him like curled there on the ground, kind of just rocking back and forth on his side with his eyes wide.
Hope! And Steve don't immediately walk over, like like start like stacking up on him.
Stop being a little baby.
And he does as a very like overstimulated husky would, and just kind of like opens his mouth and just sort of holds in place.
He screamed.
Lisa has no idea what to do here. So he's like looking, like looking around, like looking increasingly more panicked. And then Stacey sort of like kneels on the ground beside him, sort of like grabs his shoulder, and what she hopes is a comforting way.
All charisma.
You go to grab his shoulder, and he just mutters a very small, like, "Owie, not touch."
She will remove her hand as if he was a lit stove.
And yeah, Zers, for you, it just kind of feels like a little bit of a tingle. It's like you're aware of every sensation that the others are feeling, but your brain just kind of brushes it off, like, oh, that happened. Oh, okay. Anyway.
Ooh, this again. Yucky.
Zer's looking at the others. Man, you guys are pussies.
What, you've never had your atoms rearranged before? What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
Man, you idiots missing out.
You've never had your physical body dematerialized only to have it manifested somewhere an impossible distance away? Come on.
Gavin
I
goes
used to do
over.
this to get high.
I just do this to get high.
Gavin goes over to Hope and very, very gingerly encourages him to uh, at least, let him pick him up and take him over to lay down in the main car, in the wagon.
And he begrudgingly acquiesces to this kindness, understanding that this will most probably improve his situation.
Don't worry. I'll get you something to eat. A little something to drink as well. For right now, you need to lie. And he'll go and, lay him down in a little one of the beds in the wagon.
At which he will gratefully curl up.
All right. I'll be back. All right? Now I'm gonna go find Kitty. Hello,
Hello.
Mr. DM, man.
Hi.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah. Roll for perception. Sorry. Sorry.
I was just letting anybody else get an action in, just because that sounded more like a statement.
Oh, okay. An accident. I'd like to roll for initiative. Specifically against Dalvin for taking my parent moment.
Gavin.
Roll the hands. Roll the...
Roll hands.
Yes, that's his name now. Don't you know?
Roll hands. Roll hands, he says. All right. Get ready for pressure point combat, bitch.
At least he's wearing armor. Pressure points won't work.
All right.
You underestimate my power.
I am as well going to ask here, what is everybody's present goal? Before we get too carried away in silliness or anything, I would like us to focus in at least a little bit here on what the actual goals are. I presume there is going to be the goal of returning to the Elven Kingdom to suss out how to actually make the journey, right?
Lisa has something to ask. Zerzan. So that's what hurdle is.
Yeah.
Yep, that's hurdle.
Alright, Mara, what you got?
Mara is just going to start working on both getting Zerzan the resources she requires, but also, getting in touch with the orcs.
Alright.
Is this just over this like period before we get back home, or is this the whole next period?
I suppose I'm asking more to determine where the flow of things ought to be directed, just so that we're not kind of waffling around in one area for too long.
Like waffles.
Yeah, man. What
Well-
the fuck?
Well, first I'm going to set up that teleportation circle somewhere safe around the magic bubble of time doom of the missing city. And then, make some food for hope, and then, depending on the time of day, either get some rest or start heading out on the way back to back to the capital.
All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
What is Kitty doing on all of this?
As you do go and look for her, she appears to have been spending most of her time caring for the wagon, mixing some things. As you find her, she's actually like writing out some business reports, and just at a glance, these look very convoluted.
Hmm.
Hmm?
I will, whisper to her, "Hey, I found some information that might help us figure out something with time distortion. Do you know of any possible ways we might be able to glimpse the motions of the ethereal sea?"
She blinks, scratches her head. I mean, there was a way that my mentor Jax knew, but I haven't heard from him in years. Not since he took himself and uh, his little pocket dimension box with him to go seal up something. I He'd really be the only lead you'd have. I think the last time he went anywhere, he went to the actual Tabaxi capital? Which, I mean, last I heard, business there was still going just fine, so maybe he's there and everything's going well?
Okay, so DM, this city was a tabaxi, but not their capital?
Correct, not even a major city.
Okay,
You just know it is one.
okay. Hmm. We'll have to plot out a journey there sometime in the next month or so. If we can figure out a way to see the motion of the ethereal sea, then we might be able to safely manipulate it enough to calm or even stop the disturbance here. Though even with that knowledge, it'll be incredibly dangerous. But such things when we get to them. We need to get the lab packing. And head on our way. And Gavin will start packing up stuff to get a move on.
Okay, pardon me, I had to answer something in text there. So, would you be able to repeat the last thing you said?
I, uh, it was just that we need to start. We'll need to focus on that later, and we need to get a move on and get packing and get back to the city.
Okay.
But at some point, we need to, during this next period of quote unquote rest, we need to make our way over to the Tabaxi capital to investigate.
She nods, like, well, I could reach out to some contacts there and see if we can get a room in there or something. Arrange for travel.
Do they have teleport circles there?
It's not something Tabaxi like to do, actually, so no. They like walking.
You cringe.
Isn't it like touching
boomers.
grass in my tabletop RPG?
Well, I guess we'll be doing our share of walking to get there. So, once we're there, we can set something up. Oh, out of curiosity, your business has been successful. Very successful. Have you ever thought about franchising?
Oh, no, that was expressly forbidden by Jax. He hated the idea, and I'm going to respect that particular wish of his. He wanted it to be kept entirely private.
Fair enough. All right, moving on. Anyone else doing anything before we move on?
Yeah, Lisa is going to, as he's setting up the showcase circle. Lisa's finally going to begin making her way over to Lisa. Lisa didn't make her way over
Lisa.
to Zerz.
There's two Lisas now. Oh, the
Yeah,
humanity.
yeah, when Lisa touched the circle, touched the time doom a bubble. That's actually made like another her. You know, split timelines and whatnot. Don't worry about it. But yeah,
Oh
she makes her way over.
God, no! They're breeding.
Well, yeah, Zerzan has a child right there.
Zerzan has a child.
Lisa, fuck.
Some lore I'm not familiar with. This is news to me.
Oh, after I'm done, if we don't.
No, Zerzan's children is the entire party because she's the only competent one.
Mara has asked for a bio break, actually.
I said after this. So,
Okay.
Lisa is going to sort of walk over to the gob. What is the gob doing? Because she doesn't want to like interrupt. If she's like in the middle of something, she will simply wait nearby without saying anything and let her do whatever she be doing.
She is very excitedly scribbling a bunch of stuff down in her notebook. As you
Look, folks.
Yeah. As you step up to her, she like notices you out of the corner of her eye, and she like holds up a finger to say like 1 second. And she continues to like scribble things down for just a few more seconds before she claps the book shut and looks up at you.
Lisa is going to call out. If I'm going to assist you in this new venture of yours, of going around collecting these pieces need to power up this man or thing, whatever they are, I am going to, I expect, have to get comfortable with entering more vaults, entering more labs of the effect that has. May we may you give me a more proper tour of the last one we were in together?
I would be absolutely happy to. Um, I will.
Don't touch anything.
I, don't start banging those cubes together. Leave those alone. Uh,
My God told me to do this one.
yeah. He said this is a really good idea. But she'll just be like, I mean, yeah, I can do that. I have no problem with that. I would also like to say though that I am not going to make you enter these bolts. I mean, if you want to just wait as we take care of business and we can get back to you after the fact, tell you everything we learned, I have no issue with that whatsoever. I cannot even remotely relate to how that feels for you. So because of that, if it's something you just don't want to do at all, I'm not going to make you. So
I
I just don't want you to feel pressured going into a place where you actively feel unsafe like that.
well, I don't think it would be in our best. Look, the vaults might be dangerous, is what I'm worried about. And even if I'll be depowered, even if I don't have the dodge protection, if I don't have them in my corner, I am still a trained soldier. I am another body on the field in case something goes wrong.
He nods. She's like, well, then yes, I will be happy to show you around. However, for what it is worth, if it might ease your mind with the whole being power thing, I am always working on probably more projects than any one person should ever be able to work on at any given time. And standing near the cart, she kind of grabs a sheet that was covering some stuff and pulls it back. And Lisa, you see things that look an awful lot like just essentially magical guns in the process of being made. Um, and she points at those and she's like, I am working on some things that might help you level the playing field.
All
And
level playing field goodness.
you see her smile, and it's a very, very actual, genuine smile. And Seal simply nod. And now, how could I refuse an offer like that?
He nods. She's like, no, there's still a lot of details I'm ironing out. These aren't done all the way. Some of these are probably going to be autonomous little things I kind of have to slap together on the spot. But more attack opportunity, more firepower in our corner. And if you are in a situation where you do not have access to everything that you normally have access to, I can lend you some of my toys.
See if don't nod. Thank you. Uh, thank you. And one more favor, if you don't mind.
Speak your mind.
When you have some free time, and I know it'll be awfully rare, what with you having so many projects, uh, can you help me educate Hope?
It would be my pleasure.
And he will do a small bow. Thank you. If you ever need my assistance, something you need like someone to hit hard, heavy box to lift, anything like that, I am willing to offer manual work. Ugh.
I will keep that in mind, and I will let you know.
And still nod. And then she will simply go quiet and continue standing nearby just to watch her, right?
Oh boy.
All right, bio break. Go.
Woo. If that's good with
You hear
you.
that, people online? We're going to be taking a break for now. We'll be back soon. Bye.
In just a few 10, 15, 20 minutes. Goodbye. And we return. Dearest apologies for the prolonged break. One of our players took a bit longer than normal getting back. So
Okay, fuck off. Throw me under the bus, I guess.
I was very
Yes.
intentionally not saying who it was, but if you want to out yourself, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I can't believe Woody would take so long.
Yeah, I fucking hate that guy. Honestly, he sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, Woody stood up the act, honestly.
Stupid bastard.
Dumbass.
Ugh.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Golly. Do we want to just
Combat
go to the
starts
Elven
immediately.
Kingdom? And... Oh, what was that?
Combat starts immediately. You now fight 85 red dragons. Go.
All right, everybody. What are we actually doing so we can like get things rolling? Do we want to just go to the Elven Kingdom, start doing stuff with Zers? Anybody got anything? Go.
I thought the plan was just to go back, so I'm good with that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna make that the plan then, since you said that. So, taking the teleportation circle, which, yes, Koga.
Actually, can Lisa take the the time loop? Can I just hop in there and use that? Get back.
If you walk into the time loop, first I'm going to stab you. Then we're gonna deal with
I
how that
tried,
derails the
and you
current
stopped me.
storyline.
Yeah, exactly what we said.
Helga, if you walk into the time loop, I can almost guarantee you're gonna roll a new character.
Well, no, because Lana has said that if I die, I would have to if I die, I don't get my funny shotgun. So I think he kind of wants me dead.
In any case, we are going to take the teleportation circle back to the Elven capital. Returning, of course, to the castle where, indeed, there is Gloria waiting, whom I believe last anybody really, like, tasked her with anything, she was making potions, so you see her there, like, stood with a very proud smile on her face, and as you exit the teleportation circle, she makes kind of a, like, presentation pose and shows off, like, 30 different potions, all, like, very carefully pyramid stacked there. And she just kind of says under her breath, "Don't ask how long it took me to stack all of those."
Start selling those, call it a pyramid scheme.
Lisa starts picking up a random baseball bat, shows him a ticket.
Alright, now you have to roll a new character.
Baseball bat, baseball.
She then bows to the party and says, "Welcome back, everybody. As you see, I have been diligently working. Admittedly, I got a bit distracted on this, and I may have actually totally blanked out on some of the other things that you guys have asked me to research. I got a little carried away. But they're of very good quality. As she, sheepishly fidgets in place, pokes her fingertips together, and her wings kind of like fold and unfold awkwardly.
What kind of potions are these?
Various, like, probably some healing ones, probably some other kind of buff ones. Can't really tell just at a glance.
Potion of haste.
She does not appear to have labeled them either.
See, random is the potion that kills you instantly. The bone hurting juice.
Bone hurting juice.
Gavin looks the pyramid up and down. You don't appear to have labeled any.
Oh, yes. Cause I knew which one was which, and while I was in the middle of, stacking them, so when I noticed you guys teleporting back, and then they were already stacked, and then I didn't enter the room again, and I didn't want to have to stack it a second time. So yes, they're still all unlabeled.
Any potions of
Well,
haste?
Oh, well, I think I brewed 4. They're a little harder to get ingredients for, so I couldn't, make many.
That's understandable. But, the fact that you did, that's excellent.
Um, I'll have these actually like ready for you guys to take. I'll have to unstack them. Um, what brings you all back though? You've all been gone for at least a little while.
Well, business, mostly.
crime, mostly.
Crimes and dimes.
Business and bureaucracy.
She makes a gag face at the mention of the second word.
Don't worry, I'm the bureaucrat. I'll take care of that.
Well, I wish I could say I had a potion to cure that. Unfortunately, I don't.
Look, I took up the position at the request of not the previous king, but the previous king. So as unenjoyable as it is, I'm used to paperwork.
I suppose so. No different from
I
any
just-
other profession in that way.
I just wish Barrack were here. I could use some of his.
I did try to study it. It knocked me out cold for a full day trying to decipher the ingredients, so I stopped.
Probably
Not to
for the
mention-
best.
What was that, Mara?
Probably for the best.
Oh yeah, I mean there was also I'm not sure how, but I'm pretty certain, at least if some of my tests are correct, it was exceeding the like 200% alcohol per volume. I don't even know how that's like possible, but
He's a cleric.
I'm gonna assume that's a lot.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, normally if a human drank that, you'd have to cast like a greater restoration, or or you're going in the grave. And somehow it was still edible. I really don't. And she's at this point is just like distressedly scratching her head, like as she's starting to think about it again.
Again, he was a cleric. What can you say? Water into wine. That's how it goes.
Hmm.
Okay. Really focusing in though, what does actually bring you all back? Like you appear as if you have some kind of a mission in mind.
Question. Few of these might be more useful than the others, at least for your game plan. Uh, do you have any potions of comprehension?
Not readily at hand, but I could have something brewed by tomorrow. What kind
I
of
think most
comprehension are you
useful.
thinking?
Orcus.
Oh, oh, I see.
Oh, right. If there's a way to make a potion capable of eliminating our sense, that would probably also be the best. To my understanding, they have quite the stigma against it. Or, full thread.
Eliminating our scent, you said?
Yeah, our
As in
sense, yes. Eliminating our smells.
Well, you don't exactly need a potion for that, Lisa. All you need to do is take a bath every once in a while.
Well, no,
That's not
actually,
exactly going
so
to. Yeah, done.
yes, Lisa actually is onto something. So even with like rituals of bathing that would be normal for us and other species, that still actually leaves us too, I guess, loud to the nose for most orcish cultures. Some of like their fishing villages won't so much mind. They're used to more random travelers, but anywhere further inland, you probably even wouldn't be let to approach any of their villages. A potion for fully eliminating that would be kind of necessary. I could brew that up. How long would you be expecting to need it for?
We haven't told her about the orcish stuff yet.
I mean, I imagine she can. And I imagine with Lisa later telling her, "Hey, do you have anything that to let us understand Orcus?" She could probably put two to two together. I imagine Gloria is a smart cookie.
Catch that.
And Lisa will go. We actually don't know. We're going over for a certain mission we're on now. We need to go over investigate. And so go quiet and just sort of look tomorrow.
uh, oh, my mind is just completely blanked. Wait. Hang on. No, don't. Hang on.
No
Yep,
thoughts at
you got
empty.
this. I believe in you.
Fuck.
She's thinking. She's thinking.
No head, thoughts empty.
Okay, since I can't, since for whatever reason I can't remember, I'm going to turn this into a character moment. Mara stares off into the distance, turns over to Zerzan. Why are we visiting the orcs again?
We're trying to revive a dead ancient.
Right.
I guess we are just telling her that. Very well.
Which, Zerzan says that extremely casually while just like flipping through her notebook.
Gloria inhales. She blinks. Goes, "You're doing what?"
Uh, ancient, ancient alien thing. He's like been dead for a very long time, and he's trying to like come back to full power to help us stop big bad evil man who's blowing up cities with orbital bombardment. But he needs our help to find things to help bring him back to power. So that's what we're doing. There's a place with things in it that we need to find, and all we know is it's somewhere where the orcs are.
I have
I can't.
Yeah.
several questions.
Yeah.
However, I'm not going to ask because that sounds like a lot more thinking than I really feel like doing at the moment. So
Understandable.
I'm
Oh,
on board to help.
speaking of helping, to look over to the sack of potions and see look a bit more hopefully and so back over to Gloria. There was this one sword that was rather useful in my time in the army. It was quite popular for soldiers of all ranks and stripes. Do you perhaps have a potion of watchful west? Would you lets you act as though you were sleeping while being fully awake? Eliminates the need for rest, I should say.
Like, you can see her brain is buffering as it's like running through some permutations.
Like an AOL dial-up tone.
And she looks at least like, couldn't you just brew some coffee?
I don't think there's any coffee.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Lisa doesn't think there's any such thing as coffee.
It
Fucking
doesn't exist. That's a government conspiracy.
Give me a
I
moment.
think for rest. Hold on.
Hi.
Hi.
Uh,
Sorry. Sorry, my guess for crash. No offense. I don't think there's coffee on this planet. It's sort of what maybe the dwarves can brew that can eliminate the need for a full 8 hours.
And that causes the light bulb to go off in her head. It's like, oh, that's what. Oh. Okay, you need to like not sleep even once. Yes, I can. Okay, how I'm gonna need you to pay me back for this one though, because there's literally just the only place you can even get the ingredient is in the Orcish lands, and in exchange for me giving you some of mine, you're gonna have to get me some of the herb, because it's otherwise impossible to find.
What is this herb? I'm not exactly an alchemist or botanist or gardener or any sort of plantist.
Well, is as she's suddenly turning red in the face, and then just puts her face in her hands. It's like, well, I mean, there's really only one way I know to describe it. It's just kind of embarrassing. It's well, it's called in the alchemist circles. Oh, it's called the giant stick mushroom.
No, it doesn't dare to. See, that's such laughing.
Mara just stares.
Yes, yes, of course.
it only just occurred to me that once again I have forgotten that Gloria is almost always covered in a sheet.
Yart.
Holy shit, the cake.
So you, so the emotion that you get is confused sheet, embarrassed sheet.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Excuse me, giant what mushroom?
And she just makes a soft little. I don't want to say it again.
You
in her
heard me.
hands.
You can whisper it just to me, it's fine.
So I also be looking out for any other sort of
Oddly shaped herbs.
any more oddly shaped herbs.
I mean,
Perhaps
I
a
guess
bosom
we
flower
don't
of
do-
sorts.
I don't think a mushroom counts as an herb, but alright.
You know, what do you know? You're not an alchemist.
I don't know, I married a gardener.
I don't know. I don't know plants none too good.
So
I only know there are two plants in this world. One you can eat and one that you can eat once.
Dang, that was good. That was good. Dang.
Ones you can eat and ones you can eat once.
Holy cow, that
Oh
was
my God.
good. That was smooth. All right, take an inspiration for that.
Oh, fuck, okay.
There might be something wrong with me. I don't get it.
Poisonous plants. Whatever. I'm not explaining Eardrift and Eardrift Link and Zog.
Consider
Plants you can
consider
eat
the
once
difference.
and plants you can eat once.
Plant woman versus just, for instance, like a bell pepper. You can consume a bell pepper once. You could consume a plant woman plenty of times.
What?
Our
I'm more
brains
like,
went in very different
that's-
directions.
Yeah.
I'm more thinking of Deadly Nightshade versus Plant. But consider Bell
Okay.
Pepper Woman.
All right, that was just me then.
Yeah.
I suppose I have
What?
outed
What?
myself there.
Yeah, Lana, what's wrong with you?
Plenty.
I'm not the
Yeah, no,
I'm not the horniest one here. Holy
Let's
shit.
fucking go.
Astonishing.
Not this
W.
time.
Rare Sarah W.
Apparently, 'tis I who would be immediately the degenerate one. Who knew? Tune in next time for more surprises hitherto and unexperienced. Well then, golly. I guess we want to just wrap things up. I know we didn't get too much further in there, but
Please, no,
Well, on that note,
I can like kind of make jokes and follow along with conversations or maybe watch things right now, but I do not have the conceptual ability to think at the moment.
reasonable.
All right. Well, that's a great way to end off session.
So, yeah, leaving on a high note.
Let's see here.
This is-
We've
For
got
once, everyone else is completely, energized by the end, and I'm the tired one.
we have dick mushrooms, the KKK, eating plant women. That was just a fucking like.
Excuse me, they're
barrage.
called cock. Excuse me, they're
Yeah.
called cock shrooms. Thank you.
that went places. Those like 10 minutes of time went many different places.
Oh, indeed, indeed. All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. We play this game at this point whenever we feel like it. So stick.
Pick some vibes. Pick some vibes.
So go ahead. So subscribe if you're on YouTube or follow
Just
if you're on
dribbles.
Twitch. Or subscribe. Actually, I don't have subscriptions on Twitch yet, so I can't. That doesn't work.
Dang.
Yeah, dumbass. Dumbass.
But you can
Just
follow us.
follow him on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, and you'll get notified whenever hit the bell. You get notified whenever I do another one of these in like
Yeah, and send
5 to 6
packages to
business
our
months.
home at 108-245.
Get ready for next stream where we dox everybody on stream,
Yeah.
including the audience.
Oh boy, terms of service violations everywhere.
Woo!
Tune in next stream where Sarah turns to face the camera and starts saying your real actual name.
If you have any further questions, please call Mara at 8675-309.
Stay tuned for next time when I use the fucking Twitch TOS as a checklist.
At this rate, we really need like the Top Gear soundtrack to outro with, because like it feels like we're just kind of listing off the kind of unhinged things they'd recap at the end of an episode there.
And tune in next time where we play the top 100 music albums in order, start to finish.
And the next time where we play Jackbox Quiplash and we see just
What?
how fucking deranged we can get.
We're not trying to get Mora demonetized.
Ugh.
I don't know about
yeah,
that one.
Anyway, all that is to say, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next